Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for another episode of Swish Nomads, the podcast where Africans discuss African basketball. And then this is episode 19. So please, if you haven't done it yet, please go subscribe, share everything because we do this for you guys. And then with me, we have one absence. The OG is not here today, but we got Mister because there's two people. There's two of my co-hosts. They're in the hottest place right now in African basketball in Senegal. So Marcel, how you doing, sir?
Hi everyone, I'm doing good, and I need to make a PSA for everyone. Y'all got made fun of me last time. Like I was
Come on, you
I
fell
was
asleep,
getting
man. You
no,
listen.
I was getting some energy. I was getting some energy for the
Oh,
quiz and stuff, and you guys decided to record an hour before without us noticing that it was GMT plus two.
I
Did
know.
you
My bad.
notice?
My bad. My bad. My bad. And I lost anyway, so that
And
didn't
it
count. That
got
didn't
group
count.
chat as me revealed as me the greatest sleeper of all time. What is this?
And we got the Senegalese king. He's at home watching BAL. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, bro, I'm doing pretty well, man. You see, you're watching the games. The arena is crazy down here,
True. True.
and there's a lot of basketball
I
to be
can
talked about,
testify.
and I'm looking forward to
And then we got the island boy.
it.
How you doing, Jonathan?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Looking forward to today's episode. I don't know why, but I'm so looking forward to today's episode.
Hey, today's gonna be good. Today's gonna be good. Episode 19. We made it to 19. So,
Yep.
anyways, let's jump into the hot topics with Mr. Marcel. Ça va ou quoi?
Ça va, ça va, ça va. Oh, yeah, want me to talk French, huh? Back. I'm so glad to be back, guys. Welcome to everyone who follow us for the very first time. If you don't know, it's Swish Nomads, like P Funk said, the go-to African basketball podcast. And today, I'm just going to switch. I'm the replacement of OG, making hot topics. But since she's not there, I'm just going to tell you what I have in mind, which is the NBA draft happening. So we're gonna have the draft lottery in like 12 days or 14 days, which is 2 weeks. And we have some Africans who made themselves heard before reaching overseas and make themselves even more um, knowable. So we do have Kaman Malwar, Duke,
No, yeah.
and
Top
we
10.
got sorry, you say what?
Top 10. Top
Definitely,
10,
Easy,
man. He's top 10.
easy, man.
definitely
Sorry,
top
go
10. We do have Kaman Malwaj. We have one other island boy, which is the little brother of the birds. He said backstage that he has some scoop, but he doesn't want to share. But I believe because
Hey,
of the
come on,
person,
that's it. Nah, 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 nah. You don't touch my
Matthias,
bros.
You
Matthias
don't want to get banned to the island community, We all get that, bro. It's okay.
Matthias Madi as well declared for this year's NBA draft. We have Thierry Serge Darlin, who used to be went to the US, made G League and stuff. Last year,
Bad boy.
yeah, last year he could have declared, but he stepped down, trying to experience his game more before going back in. And yeah, who else do we got? P Funk. I don't have the proper list, but as the latest
I
news,
mean, we got Ruben. Ruben declared, right? Ruben
Ruben Diego
declared.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Ruben declared. I mean, I think this, but these guys are they're the known faces, so to speak. But we got some kids that, I mean, I'm like, okay, are you really sure you're gonna? Because, but then I don't know if it's true. If there's a limit, there's an age limit that because anyone can declare. If I was 20, I could declare for the draft. Just say I send a letter to the NBA. I want to, I won't get drafted, but I can declare. So any kids that want to be, like the name, whatever, make a name for himself just by declaring to the NBA draft. Yeah, you can do it. If you know that you have no chance, you're not going to lose your eligibility in college or whatever. But yeah, there's so many kids that and then like Marcel said, who's advising them, right, Marcel?
Yeah, we used to talk about it, like, and we really want to know, and we want to share with you what we have as an idea of who is behind the scenes telling the youngsters to go and declare for the NBA draft. Just to letting you know, guys, the NBA draft is, if you want, like a class of young athletes. Um, the total of those athletes are 60 per year to enter the NBA draft. And the number of athletes that want to get drafted reach above 200, 300. There's a lot of youngsters. And without counting the fact that most of them are coming from America, we have international players. So the percentage is quite small, but 60 out of more than 300 players are trying to get in. So I will share the floor to my co-host. But the thing that I want to say is that for me, if you have the opportunity to get drafted, you just have to look at what you achieved so far.
Yeah.
The best thing that you can do is play in America, like Kamal Malwaki in the playing NCAA. You have the highest chance to get spotted. I mean, you have highlights and you have scouts looking after you from September until May.
Yeah.
And other than that, for those who are playing elsewhere, I mean, internationally, if you if you are not like Dirk Nowitzki or Victor Wembanyama or even Kobe Bryant, like you can't. I mean, your chances are quite small. So my question is this: to Djigo, what do you think about it, and who is that guy behind? Do you think that these are agents, parents, clubs?
Look, I, I mean, I think like Pedro is really the one that's really have to answer to that one. But my despair would be, guys, I definitely think that it's the agents that it's the agents that are behind the scenes working like for the kids to get drafted or whatever. But are the agents really scouting the draft process, and isn't it hurting the career of those young players? Because let's think about it. Like the NBA draft, as you said, it's like you have such a small chance of getting drafted when you do not play for a huge college and made a big NCAA tournament, just like Kevin Wagwatch. Kevin Wagwatch is a recognized name in the US and all over the world. Like played for South Sudan in the Olympics, played for a couple of seasons in the BAL, played in the March Madness with Duke. So those are names that are recognized internationally. But let's say for a player like Machas Madi, who played
Hold on,
really like
hold on, wait a minute. Matthias Madi holds the record of the best under 19 scorer ever.
yeah, 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 all that is good, but he's not even ranked.
Internationally
He's not even ranked
speaking,
by ESPN in the mock draft. I Last time I checked, he wasn't even ranked in the mock draft by ESPN. So he's not even in one of the top 100 prospects in the world. And you said it best, like it's 16 players that get drafted. Maybe he can have the chance to showcase his talent, like in the draft process, and have a two-way contract to show off in the summer league and whatever. But for a player like him or for another player like him, I would have rather wait to be more confirmed internationally. You see what I'm
Yeah, he's like what? He's
Afrobasket.
19, 20, right? He's 20.
Yeah,
He's
that's it.
got
That's the
time.
thing.
Yeah,
He's a
he's got
kid, and
time.
then you have Afrobasket coming on. Is he going to play for Afrobasket, knowing that the draft process is near the same as Afrobasket? I don't think so. And he would have made a name out of Afrobasket.
True.
So yeah, I think I'll hand over the mic to P Funk
Mm.
But who are behind the scenes with these kids? Like guys, we really want to know who's giving those advices because I think that they are not the best advice that the kids could have.
You know what I think it is. A lot of these kids are delusional. A lot of these kids are delusional. I mean, speaking of agents, I mean, I know a lot of them. They want to make money, and they want to make a name for themselves. Some of them are not ready, and then we I think there's a double edged sword between, okay, is it better to be in the states and be uh like, I'm not gonna say scouted every day, but every game, but like, your stats are there, like, you go on ESPN Plus, your games are there, so you can teams can see you, GMs can see you, other coaches can see you, they can, but then, but I think that sometimes if you like more of a mystery if you come from Europe, you know. Look at like Darko Milicic. No one knew him. Darko. Even Giannis. No one knew Giannis. They knew he's a freak. Da da da. Played Division 2 back home, whatever. And then they saw his physical tools. But you see now, yeah, you mentioned Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama, freak of nature, whatever, the alien, this and that, whatever. But then this Zachary Rizache, he's not 7'4" or whatever. He's like a normal. I mean, not normal. He's like, I watch him play. He's like, I think he's like 6'9", 6'10", playing the two. So super explosive scorer, um, great basketball IQ. I watch him play when he played, because he played with this Angolan guy like Kevin Kokila. They played on the same team. I watch him here. Amazing player. But then now you can have some other question marks. Like, there's this guy named Noah Esseng, I think that's his last name. He plays here, Razo Faboum, a French kid, super like Tracy McGrady kind of guy. You know, he might get drafted based on potential. Because but if you in the States, if you play high school, if you play college, your your game is like, they're gonna dissect your game. Oh, you can't go left, you
Yeah,
can't go right. If he takes two dribbles to the left, he's gonna pull up. If he goes right, he's gonna go all the way down. So they know your tendencies. It's easier for them to just to
yeah.
guard you. So
You've been
to me,
scouted. Yeah.
yeah. To me, I think it's like, I don't know, because I think it's like, if you put everything in a scale, before, I think it was better for you to go to the States and be, but then I don't know. After what I've seen, come on, look at even this year they might have another. I mean, like, this year's gonna be Cooper Flag, you know, but like on the top five or top 10, there's gonna be a bunch of kids
European
that,
and Africans.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you see this kid from from Barcelona, Dame Sarr, this Italian kid, the black kid with braids. He played EuroLeague, right? He left Barcelona to go follow his dreams. He went to play the Nike Hoop Summit, you know. And then, come on, that kid might get drafted based on potential. He plays on a national team, played EuroLeague, whatever. And then if he doesn't get drafted, I mean, I don't know, but I think but then a lot of kids put their names, but then they don't hire an agent. They don't hire an agent. They put their names, maintain their eligibility, and then if they talk to some people, whatever, the GMs. Oh yeah, we think about drafting you like late second round. That's a risk. Go back, either go to college, or go back to Europe and make the stock go a little bit higher,
Yeah.
and then so,
Yeah,
I
because
don't
even financially, it doesn't make any sense for you like to get drafted in the second round because most
true.
of the European players get drafted in the late second round, which is you probably get paid a million or under a million, like it's 17 to 18 dollars. It's a 2 year guaranteed contract. After that, if you're proving well, I mean, you get it out of the league or get it sent to the G League teams,
Better go to college,
and
man. Better go to
better go
college.
to Europe
No,
for
better
real.
go to college. Get the NIL money now.
Oh, true
Get
about
the
that.
NIL money. So
Yeah.
hey, now the table has changed. It's turned right
Mhm.
now.
Mm.
Jonathan, what do you think?
Uh, yeah, that's a great question about who's advising who and all that. And personally, uh, I've seen cases where you feel the influence of parents, you feel the influence of agents. Okay, and this is not the best advice. I don't know who said it earlier, but yeah, I totally agree with that. It's not the best advice I could give the player, any player at this young age. I mean, personally, if I was Matthias, but I'm not Matthias. Let's be clear about this. Matthias, he still has some way to go. Uh, I think maybe he needs to think about his priorities if he wants to play the Afro basket. if he wants to. Well, if he plays the Afrobasket, he will be seen by
Yeah.
more globally than if he's drafted. Okay, and plus maybe he should come back, try to play at the BL. I don't know. Maybe sure a team can pick him up for the BL, where he will be seen
Yeah.
more than if he goes to the state. But that's his choice, and I'm not here to question what he's doing. He must have some sound advice from someone who's well informed or all that. But yeah, you at some point you lose that talent, that potential you have because you're still waiting. Because before you, there were 50, 60 people who were waiting for their turn, And if you're drafted, you're picked. It's yeah, you still have to wait when you can get one chance to play. Uh, the case, I think it's Adama uh, from the
Yeah. Yeah.
Bulls. Yeah, he waited all this time before playing. He's waited for some time, and so he's playing well nowadays. He's doing well, quite well. But you you just don't come on the court. Okay, I've been drafted today, and tomorrow I'll be playing in the starting five. No,
Yeah.
that's not how it works. So
Yeah,
he,
I
But
think I feel like it's good to 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 uh, to bank on yourself, to bet on yourself, but sometimes it can kill your career. So
but
yeah, so
Oh
you have
hell
to
yeah.
be smart
but guys,
in the process of decisions.
you know, I do remember Umar Balou from Mali. He played FIBA under
yeah,
19 against the
Yeah, under
Bulls.
18,
the guy was too.
So
under 18 champ. Yeah, I
He went
remember.
to Arizona, right? Didn't you go to Arizona? I think, and then to Indiana.
yeah,
It's that guy with the big head, right?
Yeah, it's him. Such a
it's,
tall center.
Like,
I believe he
yo,
declared as
Under
player
18
of
tournament.
this
he
year's
declared
draft.
too. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So in this case, what do you think about it? Like for sure you have the opportunity to do a one and done, but he still played 3 or 4 years in college before declaring, right?
Oh man, there's
NIL
there's three
money.
letters. Yeah, three letters. N I
I
to the M S to the L. Because yeah, come on. Listen, do you remember that guy from the Congo? The guy who went to Kentucky. That big Oscar Chibwe. Oscar Chibwe won College Player of the Year. He was the best big man in college. He stayed another year. Why do you think? Because if he gets drafted, second round, he can get like you get like I don't know his contract, whatever. But he
Yeah,
was a two
probably
way. He had a two. He
700,000
had no. He
or a
had a
million.
two way. Yeah, he had a two-way
Yeah,
deal.
the two-way
And
contract.
listen, there's kids in college demanding $4 million now.
That is crazy.
In college,
You're
and
getting
I know
more
one
of
kid like
like a,
I'm going to
yeah.
that's
find
No,
it because
crazy.
listen, I know one kid. I know one kid. He has no chance of going to the NBA, none whatsoever, honestly, and he knows that. So he's like, "What am I doing? I'm going to stay in college, and make my money." So once he decides to go play pro, play in Europe, play in Asia, play in
Yeah.
even in
Mm.
Africa, you will have a little cushion of like what $2 million, $3 million saved up,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then you
if
can
you're
go make
looking
a
for a
thousand
cousin,
dollars, a
like
thousand. Yeah.
if you're looking for a cousin, I mean, yeah,
No, but this is crazy, man. This is really crazy. NIL changed the game. Changed the game.
but do you think
Listen. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, my question would be, do you think that it's a NBA dream killer for the ones who wants to play in the NBA?
No, the
I
ones
think
the
so.
ones are gonna be ones and done, one and done. The ones Cooper Flag, he's gonna go. AJ DeBont is gonna go. You know,
The Karan Malouach gonna go
yeah.
But
first round.
but these are the guys who finally we like they're gonna get paid whatever it takes. They're gonna get paid.
Yeah, but in the second contract, not the first one. That's the thing. In the NBA, you go if you top 10, you're gonna get like I
Yeah,
don't know
top 10 you
40,
get 10
50, yeah,
million.
Once
40, 50, yeah, 40, 50. Let's say 50, 40 million. Yeah, okay. And then the second contract, you can get a supermax. You can get 300, like these guys are getting now.
mhm.
300,
Yeah,
350.
if you're
You
good.
know,
And then you
but
make
you
the
feel
all-star teams and
you
whatever.
yeah, yeah, or all NBA,
All
whatever.
NBAs, all
What
defensive
if
players
you
and
yeah?
stuff like that.
What if you like mid second round, non-guaranteed contract. Or get a guaranteed contract for like
Three
3
years.
million. Yeah, 3 million or 1 million a year, 1 point something. But you still got to pay taxes on it. You still got to pay your agent. You still got to go and pay uh, rent a car, rent a house, or buy a house, depending on what you want to do. In college, everything is paid for. All you do is go to class, and then if you can get like 2 3 million in college, that's it. You know, and then you already have a buffer. You don't suffer, and then you can go play in China. You can go play in like in Puerto Rico, Philippines, and in Europe.
Even in
Yeah,
the PAL.
the PAL is not no the thing about the PAL is that it's not like not a whole season. That's the thing. They should turn it
Yeah,
into a
Yeah,
season.
true. It's a tournament.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You actually taste 3 months, right? So
Yeah. So and then there's different conferences or whatever. So they can. That's why you say, oh yeah, there's only this always the same players. Yes, because these are the players that they milk in the system. They know they're not gonna go. They don't want to go get a long term contract. Playing on a team, whatever. Then they're not gonna be able to release them. Because a lot of kids are making a lot of money.
Mm.
Hey, good for them. They
Yeah.
found they found a formula.
yeah,
Found a formula.
makes sense.
But like
I just, I just want
there's
to end. I just want to end my hot take with the statement that Matthias Mali made. The Island Boy. You need to tell me what you think about it, and then I'll close it out. That's what he said.
You don't want to get banned.
And he says this on Instagram. After careful consideration, I have decided to declare for the 2025 NBA draft. Playing in the NBA is my ultimate goal. I will continue working hard to continue improving. I want to thank CB Moron, I mean his club is Spain, and its coaches for helping me improve as a player, and my fans for all the love. Thanks to the Federation of Madagascar that has selected me, and to my parents for the support. So my question remains: he named a bunch of guys, but you have to tell me, like, as a journalist perspective or point of view, what do you think about this statement? And do you think at the end of the day that players who wants to do one and done should they do the one and done? Sorry, or should they find another way to get more experience before declaring to the draft?
Okay. First of all, the statement says it all. Nothing. I won't say a word more on that. He said what he said, and there's nothing more to be said on that. But on the other side, like I said earlier, personally, I think he needs to try to grab some more game time to play some more to beef up before going there. Why? Because he he's a very good player, he, but the NBA it's another level. You
oh yeah.
unless and until you can reach that level in a very short time, you're not sure you can't make it. He can shoot, he can drive, he can whatever you want, but you need to be exceptional to play in the NBA. Okay, I'm sorry if I offend people from Madagascar. I know Matthias is next to God there, but that's that's what we see. I mean, if he was this great a player, they would have won all their games at the qualifiers. I rest my case. Lucy,
No, no.
you
Can I?
take
Can I?
this out. You take
No,
this out,
Lucy.
Lucy.
Listen. Can I just add one little? Personally, I know I don't. I never met the kid. I follow his career because after his showing at the under 18 in Madagascar, and
2022
then what he did in the U19 World Cups, I started following him, and then the luck of the draw, or whatever, made it that one of my players went to the school that he went. So I knew he was going to go to Seward County Community College, and I was like, wait, let me follow this kid, an African. There's two big loafers there too.
Yeah, yeah,
Matias and Big Loafers also. Yeah. and then he scored like 14 points a game. The shooting percentage weren't really good, whatever, 40%. And but that's JUCO, junior college. We're not talking about D1. We're not talking about uh like like Power Four conferences. No, no, it's junior college. And then he decided not to stay in the American school system, whatever. He played pro, and then he went to Division 2 in Spain.
Spain.
So the odds of a player leaving Division 2, I know two players that left Division 2 and went to the NBA. Dirk Nowitzki, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Both of them won MVP, NBA MVP. So the odds are against this kid because he's a guard. He's not like
Yeah,
a freak nature. He's not a crazy athlete. He's a scorer, but he
yeah,
scores a lot of points within the Madagascar system. It's not like he's gonna score a lot of points, because you can be a good scorer. Like we have one guy
true.
in Angola. He scored 26 against the States, but in Angola, then within he was playing with Angolan teammates, give him the ball, shooting all the time.
Yeah,
Mm.
So I rest my case. I wish all the African players nothing but success at the next level, whether it is but it's the odds are against the kid.
Let, let,
If
let,
it was
let's
like
let's make a quick one. With all those African prospects who declared for the draft, which player do you want to see in a specific franchise? Jigo, let's go with you. If you select
well, I'm
the
a big Laker fan. We need a center. Kevon Malwatch. But we don't have a center. The Lakers still need a center. Kevon Malwatch is in the draft, but I don't think that we have a
yo,
first round pick. But
and
yeah,
he's a clutch player. Don't
true.
forget.
He's a clutch player. So yeah,
Yeah,
it would make sense if Rich Paul can make it
make it
can
happen,
play
brother.
out.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
all right, and you, P Funk?
I mean, I'm a huge fan of Thierry.
Oh my
I'm a
God, yeah.
huge fan of Terry. And they did him dirty when they sent him to the States because they made him play small forward, even power forward sometimes at
Power
a G
forward.
League
Yeah.
level. You know?
Yeah.
So he's a guard. He's going to be the first, hopefully, he's going to be the first African guard being drafted. Like, no, no, wait. The Roman Sato did. Roman Sato way back in, yeah, did it. So
Mhm.
he's not going to be the first. But modern day, yeah, like
Marley.
yeah, NBA Academy, played at BAL, played on the national team, never got into trouble, like yeah, I want to see him like on a fast pace. I would like to see him like in Detroit playing with Kate Cunningham, him and Kate Cunningham, like they in like a really really tall front court, back court, him and Kate Cunningham, yeah, I would like to see him in Detroit, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
so I think
Anything.
the bird will select Ruben Chinyelu instead of Matthias Marley because he said
No,
he was getting his
no, no,
case.
no, 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 no. I, I'm rooting for Malwatch and Dono, to be honest. Because
Yeah,
why?
And in which
Because these
franchise do you want them to play? Because
wherever
I know
we,
that there is one franchise that's always a good start for African players, which is the Toronto Raptors.
Oh,
yeah,
yep,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
yep,
yeah,
yep.
yeah.
Now, Masai Ujiri doing his amazing work
I
down
was
there,
having I was
supporting the
having
motherland.
I was having Ruben Chinyelu either in Miami developing the Heat culture or the Toronto Raptors. But I think
Miami is a good thing because they're
Yeah, he plays.
rebuilding.
He plays for University of Florida. He's home, So yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Let
All right,
let's
that,
hope
that, that
now that our bets are the right ones. Uh, let's be clear. Let's be clear. I'll be happy if Matthias makes it to the NBA to the draft. I'll be happy there. But
which team though? Which team? Which team?
you people, come on, come on, come on, you people.
There-
they're,
But
There's 30 of them. Just say one, like one that you will see the kid
nah,
stopping.
I'll be happy for anyone who makes it. To be honest, we need to build up our people. Okay, that's our
Mhm.
job. But yeah,
But
I'm
your,
betting
your,
on Thierry. Albert and Thierry will come.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, but they did select Thierry and Carman. I selected Ruben, so it remains Matthias, the island boy.
Yeah.
He's not believing that shit. That is crazy. Whoa.
No, come on, come on.
That is sick. It's always your
If
own people.
oh, you guys, yeah. Don't
Anyway,
make me say
listen.
things I didn't
Let,
say. Nah.
no, you didn't say none of that. Lucy, cut
Okay.
that. Anyway,
Yes, Lucy, please, you take that out.
now let's go to the question of the week. At episode 18, I came up with a question. The question of the week is the following. Okay. Um, is there a double standard on American plays being allowed to be naturalized, as opposed to certain African plays with ties to certain countries being denied? I'm gonna give an example. Ater Majok was denied. He tried to come back and play for South Sudan. He was denied. FIBA didn't allow it. The Boumaké sisters, they were denied being able to represent. I think Neka Nyeka, yeah, being denied playing for Nigeria because they said that okay, you represented U.S. this and that. But then, even though both her mom and dad being Nigerian citizens, and then you have cases like I have a little list over here. Hopefully, okay. Here it
It's
is. The first.
just
Okay, I want to give up. Sarah Dillard. How come she's allowed to play for Senegal? Bro, well, okay. Delisha Washington for South Sudan. Janet Otto, Uganda, and then the new one, Paige Robinson, Uganda. Um, yeah, Jessica Thomas. That's one thing. That's on the women's side. Because you got to, oh, yeah, what about Italy, Lucas? She played in Angola at least, right? Yeah. Okay. And then you got like Matt Costello for Ivory Coast. You got Dion Thomas. You got Shannon Evans for Guinea. Uh, Jeremiah Hill for Cameroon. DJ Strawberry for Cameroon. Okay, I got more. Isaiah Washington right now. Isaiah Washington playing for Central African Republic. I don't even know this kid even. I don't think he knew where Central African Republic was. But yeah,
Bro is on the
and then
rampage now. Bro is on the
yeah,
rampage.
Brandon Davis for Uganda. So my question is, do you think it's a double standard? Because on one end, you allow anyone to just get a passport on the Wheaties box. So they get a cereal box as a passport. You want to come? Come. Let's play. So is there a double standard? Marcel, what do you think?
hmm.
Mr. Hank.
Don't forget, Matt Costello plays for you guys, right? Don't forget that.
That's a connection.
Someone saying no connection, no feedback connection today, yeah? Man,
Ta-da.
I actually had that debate with one of my OG, and it was one of the class case, and we had a little bit of chat around this one, and I mentioned two major points. If you look at history, most of those players are relying on the fact that Africa is the motherland, and in
For
today's
Matt
world,
Costello?
Oh,
No, 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 no. I mean, yeah. If we go back, like we say mankind came from Africa, but a
yeah,
long, long, long time ago.
yeah.
All right. Okay. Sorry, Matt.
That was
He's a hell of a
that was
player.
such a good answer. That was such a good answer
Look,
because we're
that's my
all
point.
tied from the motherland. White, Asian, black
Yeah.
people. I don't care where you're from. Yeah, right.
This one was my point, one of my point, and the
that's a
second point.
headshot.
I mean, for the very first point today, we have those apps like to see where are your grandparents are coming from.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I don't want to make any
I'm like
ads.
2% of Ghanaian.
Yeah.
Come on.
Still, there's 2%. Still, you
So
don't
so
even know.
so you,
You don't even.
you
Maybe,
even if your family name is Thomas or Smith.
wait. You're telling me I can download an app or something, and if I find that I'm 2% uh, Egyptian, I can go and play for Egypt. That's the point. I need to
come
understand
on, guys.
this.
That's not absolute. I said I relied on this on this point. If you have like parents like Giannis Antetokounmpo, of people who are really close to Africa, but due
Say the
to
name.
the
Say
history,
the name again, please. Say the name again.
Antetokounmpo.
I rest the case.
Anyway, the second point was that like today, in today's world, and I mean, if you want to make yourself well noticed or heard or develop your brand, and talking about basketball, you want to have another experience outside of the US, because I do believe that some people believe that the NBA or North American basketball is saturated, that they just want to explore new environment, new culture, and everything. That's why they came. That's why they always come to Africa. See what I mean? It's it's not like shameful. It's not for me. There's no debate, or there's no pressure that we need to give to those people coming outside of Africa and come and play. But there's like a sword, like there's a good and bad in it. If you select people, if you accept people who are willing to come and play for your country, it shows like a certain standard for the local players who dreams about being in
True,
that
true.
spot, and they are limited.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, if you look at FIBA, if you look at international bodies like regulating basketball or whatever, it takes so much process or steps to get back to your own country. The case of South Sudan, we we for me, I just can give bodies the benefit of the doubt, because they just came in 2012, and talking about basketball, they just started playing international basketball in 2020. And on the other side, if you have all of those South Sudanese coming to play for the national team, it's going to be that fair. Like, I don't want to say unfair, but slash fair. You see what I mean? And maybe this is also another reason why international governments regulating basketball, or federations, or FIBA doesn't want to make it quick or easier, because maybe they see a kind of unfairness in the game. I don't know. I'm just stating that point according to my point of view.
Okay, got you.
Okay.
But
All right.
one question.
Still, my
Before,
question. Here are my hands. Lucy
no,
Zuma,
no,
my
no, no,
hands.
no. It's just like
Out
no,
of,
because
out of nothing, but the thing is, FIBA allows any country to have
To
um, maximum of two foreigners, but
import.
those guys, if you have a bunch of them, you just need to select two to make it into the national team. You can go over two.
yeah.
So maybe for them that's a kind of setting boundaries. That's it.
I totally understand, but like imagine this. They with a situation with Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid decided to go play for the US as opposed to playing for Cameroon and that travesty of playing for France, you know? Yeah. But my question is, wouldn't he? What impact? What would he do for the continent? Saying, "Hey, NBA MVP is playing for the country that birthed him," So as opposed to playing, being another, because they didn't need Joel Embiid to win the win the medal. They didn't. Honestly,
Uh, I, there's a little bit of,
Yeah,
I don't want to defend him. If you watch the
that
game,
matchup against Jokic, he was a key factor in
Serbia,
that game.
it was Serbia, right? Serbia,
Yeah,
Serbia,
yeah.
semifinals. If it wasn't for Joel Embiid in the third quarter, it could have
Hmm.
been a done deal for Team USA.
And then it was defensively though.
Still, I don't want to share the fact that he decided to play for the US.
Oh yeah, nobody's sharing that though.
You understand?
yeah,
And I have my eyes on Pascal Siakam. Yo, Pascal Siakam is my guy. Like, I really want him to play into the national team of Cameroon, and it's going to make a lot of sense because you have um, you have the big brothers who allowed basketball without borders. Um,
Look Mute.
yeah, Lugba Mute, all of those guys to allow them to be where they are now.
true.
And for the purpose of growing basketball into Africa, those guys are now brands. Everyone
Yeah,
knows about Pascal Siakam now. Only
NBA All Star.
year,
Yeah,
only 1 year in the NBA, and everyone knows about Yves Nissi because of social
Christian.
media,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
of
True.
social media, but also because of the work they've put in. Pascal
Yeah,
Siakam is an NBA champ,
yeah, yeah. An All Star. An All Star. Yeah,
an all-star, yes.
yeah. Do you know about that kid? That kid, the Nigerian kid. They elected to play for Turkey. Adam Bona. That's the guy's name. Like he plays in the NBA. Adam Bona. I think that's his
Yes.
name.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
could have
yeah.
played for Turkey or Nigeria, and he elected to play for Turkey. No problem. You know, good for you. Good for you. You know, stay in that lane, man. Go. Yeah, you switched up. Stay in that lane.
Let's
Come
be
on,
clear on
man.
something. Let's be clear on something. I mean, if I'm all okay. You want to come play for Africa, whatever, but you must make sure that you're not taking up a spot from someone from that country. Okay, uh,
True.
just take whatever example you want. This means that for every player, for every import player, it's a local player that's not playing, that's not making it
Yep.
to the national team. This means that one guy, a guy, has been training for half of his life to have one chance at representing his country at one Afrobasket, and that's one spot that's taken. He's not getting it. So I'm okay with people trying to play for any African country, but you must make sure that you're not taking up a spot. That's unfair for the Africans, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Awesome.
totally unfair.
Yeah.
it's very unfair. And then
And then we
just
forgetting one thing. We forgetting one thing. This new African, gonna get a passport that allows him to play as Cotonou in France and in Spain. It's an advantage for him because most of these teams, they only allow two import players. So him as an American wouldn't have the chance to listen. Brandon Davis played for Uganda, played in the NBA. I remember him, Sixers, right? And then he goes to and he plays in Barcelona. He played in Barcelona as a Cotonou, and then now he plays in Italy. But my question is, he's good enough to play as an import player. But like now we have this little point guard, Isaiah Washington. He's gonna be able to play. Like this Shannon Evans, crazy top scorer in Liga CB in Spain, whatever. But he plays with a Cotonou passport, with an African passport. So my question is, yeah, like Jonathan said, he's taking a spot that should be that rightfully belongs to a kid that all his life his dream was to play for the national team. This American guy, like he didn't dream of playing for Central African Republic. Damn, I
Nope.
mean, I don't even know if he even went to Central African Republic.
I don't even
Republic.
know if you
Yeah,
knew there was a
yeah,
country named Central
yeah.
Africa.
Sometimes they play one tournament, get the FIBA clearance, like the little stamp. There's a Cotonou, boom, and they don't represent the thing again. That's why I like Matt Costello keeps coming back. Shannon Evans keeps coming back. So that these listen, Italy Luca, she keeps coming back. We had Reggie, we had Reggie Moore. We used to naturalize. We naturalized one guy from his name was Abdel Bukar from another African country, Central African Republic. We naturalized him because we saw we were lacking in that position. The guy was there. Come on, come and play. We all inclusive. Yeah, brother, you play for Angola now. But
And for me, that's the short-term answer that I can give with what Pedro said. Like, in terms of position on the short-term run, we're lacking PGs, and most of those countries are having point guards. Shannon Evans, Guinea, Khalid Jones, South Sudan. You said Washington from Central African Republic is a 1 and 2.
true.
The only exception like is those North African countries because they know the game and they know each and every position. But if you come down in the sub-Saharan area, there's too much bigs
Yeah,
for
yeah.
for
For
that
ratio,
position.
right? Yeah.
You see, so the
But
short-term
Marcel,
answer would be that, yeah.
I'm gonna make you a question, and also Digi, I want to make a question. I remember like a couple of months ago, the Senegalese president of the federation had a press conference, and he said, "We're going to naturalize an American. We're in the process of naturalizing an American." He didn't. There was no hints about who it is or whatever. But I mean, come on, Senegal is loaded at every position.
For real.
Senegal is
For
loaded in
real.
every position. They got point guards, shooting guards, small forwards. Power forwards,
Yeah.
big. They got centers. So somebody is gonna stay home and watch AfroBasket on TV because of
TV.
the, because of
Hey,
this
You,
because of
you
this.
know you know you know what's crazy about it? It's like the president of the federation we was talking about on the press conference. He was proud about it.
Yeah,
Fam, there is nothing to be proud of to doing such thing. You have
yeah,
it's just showing like you're not trusting the talent that you have in your own country. So you're relying on to go to another country to pick an American guy
yeah,
to come over there and play. And just like
yeah.
Jonathan
To
was
get
saying,
yeah,
he will be playing he will be taking the spot of another Senegalese player.
true, true.
It's just like it's showing. I mean, the message that he gave us was like he was proud of the process of Senegal making the process of getting an American. He was, what does an American mean?
Yeah,
It's just like another player. It's just like another baller. It's like
yeah,
maybe it brings sexiness, like you have the Smiths, the Gems, and whatever. But don't tell me that the guys and the sisters that we have here can't play.
yeah. True.
You said it.
Yes.
We're
You
not lacking point guards. We're not
yeah.
lacking shooting guards. We're
You
not
guys
lacking
have
small
yeah,
forward, power
yeah,
forward, and even center. The
yeah.
Senegalese national team is loaded by
True.
talent. George Nyang is a straight forward. Put all that energy to bring him here, all of that to naturalize some sort of American. Please, you have George Yang. You
I
you
know.
have you have so much talent in
Yeah,
Africa,
They do.
yeah.
but you're still craving of the ideology to go to bring another American who have
To get
any sort of
validation.
a root for
Yeah.
your country.
Maybe
No,
just
no, no, no. Like Marcel said, he
maybe
might have the
I don't want to hear
DNA.
about it.
He might have the DNA. 0.5% Senegalese.
no,
Lord, you cannot be Smith and then you like 5.6% Senegalese. Come on now. But it's really unfair and it's really sad.
but
It's
sorry,
really
sorry, but
unfair and sad for the federation to be to show some like proudness into the type of thing because I feel like it's a kind of a behavior. We're seeing it. They're not trusting the local talent that we have here. We're seeing it in international level. We're seeing it even in club level, like in the BAL scenes or
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
But this is something that we're gonna talk about later. So
yeah.
they're not just having.
Loaded.
Speaking of later, we got
I
time.
got
We got kind
crazy.
of short on time for the quiz. So, ladies and gentlemen, no, the only gentlemen today's only gentlemen, grab your pencils and your papers because it's quiz time. All righty. So,
nah.
Here we go.
No,
You guys ready? Dun 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 dun.
Give me a
I,
second. Give me a second.
I can't get
let
stuck
me
already.
let me grab a whole notebook to actually read nothing.
Who scored the biggest amount of points in the 1962 Afro
You know, all the
Cup?
questions gonna be towards Angola, right?
Nah,
So
today. No, no,
two
no,
out of five, I believe. One for the men,
no, no, no,
one
no,
for the
no.
lady.
Just so you know, guys, last week, Pedro, of all people,
I listened to
he
it.
he missed
Yes.
two questions on Angola. So
I thought it
while
were trick
The,
questions.
the the first one was kind of obvious, though.
everything
I know,
everything can
right?
happen, everything can
I
happen,
know.
guys.
Oh my lord. So listen, today
Mhm.
is going to be a different format. 7 questions, not five, not 10. 7. Here we go.
What?
Stay mellow. They're gonna be 7 questions today. All
Lakers in
right.
seven.
Question number one. Lakers in 7. Question number one. Which of these countries has never won a women's Afrobasket title? Okay, and I'm gonna say the countries. Number one, Angola. Number two, Nigeria. Number three, Mozambique. Number four, Senegal. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam. Okay. Okay. Cello, come on.
Oh no no no! I don't want to put that. I don't want to highlight that.
Come on, Chelo. You don't tell me.
It's a question.
I should none. I don't know
We
if
It's
can't
super
see.
bright. I can't see. We can't see.
I said none. I was about to write Mozambique, but at the end I looked at it and I said
Yeah,
none.
Mozambique never won. Mozambique never won.
Yeah, Cello, you don't have a point.
Oh shoot!
He thought it was a trick question. He thought it was a trick question. Okay.
he also thought it was a trick question.
Yeah. All right, listen. 1 point for Jonathan. 1 point for Digi. Okay.
For
Here
once,
we
they
go.
just scoring
Question.
on the first question.
I know, yo. It's good. Hey, listen. This is good. Hey, listen. Don't call it a comeback. He never left. Never left. He was always there. Last place, but there. Okay. Question number two.
Let's go.
Which country has hosted the most women's Afrobasket competitions?
Hosted.
Yes.
Ooh. Huh. Whoa.
Uh,
The hell? No, I don't know about that one, bro. What the hell is that? Hosted?
Yeah.
Jonathan is back.
uh,
Here we go.
Whoa, I don't
Five,
know about that one.
5, 4, 3,
Hosted.
2, 1. Bam.
Probably
Okay.
be Angola.
Answers? Senegal, Mozambique, Senegal. Okay. Another point for Jonathan, another point for Deji.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Senegal got 81. Check. I'm 81, 84, 93, 2007, 2019. 5 times.
Gee, high five, man.
No, no, no. 6 times. Six times with 77. So yeah. So you guys got 2 points. Oh, FIBA connection's not working today.
I
Okay.
suspect
Deji,
I
2
suspect OG
points.
gives him the questions before the podcast.
No, they write the questions together. Yeah, we're gonna trick those guys.
I said it. I said it.
Okay. Question number 3. Okay, now no more Afro basket. We're going to talk too about Olympics. In which place
Oh,
did South Sudan finish at the 2024 Paris Olympics?
Ooh,
first.
I don't know about this one.
I have it. I have it. For sure, I
Okay,
will
I'm
take
out.
my point.
5, 4, 3, 2, bang.
I don't know if you can see.
Okay, which I can't see. Can you say it, Kettle? It's super
Jello,
bright.
Oh, I mentioned 17th. It's because of the light.
There was only, wasn't it only 12 teams at that? I think how can it be 17? It's Olympics.
no, he said
Oh, I thought World Cup. Oh my God, I'm tired.
No, it was the Olympic.
But anyway,
Marcel.
Tired.
no one got it right because it was 9. But 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 but
Ooh, Marcel.
but
Jonathan was close.
Since Jonathan was close, he's gonna get half a point. He's gonna have half a point, two point
No, no, no,
five.
no, no. We don't do half here. Come on now.
No. Listen, I'm the host. I make the rules. I make the rules today. I make the rules today. 2.5. Even though I'm still, bitter about that. Like, oh yeah, spelling, it doesn't spell it that way. This and that. But hey,
revenge.
so hey,
Since
I'm a
revenge.
man. I'm a man of God. I'm a man of God. So yeah. Anyway,
That's good to know.
question number
I
4.
didn't send you.
No, it's all good. We good. 2.5 for Jonathan, and Digi got 2. Okay, this question is like a 3-point question. Okay,
Oh,
but then it could be, if you guys have everything ready, right, you can get all to up to 6. Okay,
my
it's a
God.
trick question. Yeah, it's a complicated question. Okay, Angola is the African country with the most FIBA World Cup participations with 9. Now, which 3 countries come in second place, and how many times did they participate? The 3 countries that participated the most amount of time, the second most amount of times in African countries in
Say that again.
FIBA World
Say
Cup.
that again.
World Cup?
Angola participated 9 times in 9 World Cups. Okay,
In what?
so
World Cup.
yeah, FIBA World Cup. Angola
Okay.
participated 9 times in the
Okay.
men's section.
Okay. Okay.
And then 3 countries come in second place. And how many times did they participate?
I can't tell you how many times. I cannot even tell you the countries. Hmm.
You
You
said
know
you
what?
said the 3 remaining countries, huh?
Now the 3 remaining, yeah, right after that. Okay, and then I got, it's 1 point per country if you guys get it right, and then if you get the how many times, then also get an extra point. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Here we go. I want to see.
It's 5.
Okay, you got the 5. Hey, listen. Okay. So what about you, Cello?
I said Egypt, Senegal, and Tunisia.
Okay, it's Egypt, Senegal, and Cote d'Ivoire. So, uh,
I have
so
2.
I have two of
no,
them.
you got two, and you got 5. So you got 3 points. You got 2, 3. You got 3 points
What the
because
I
hell?
you
have
got the,
Egypt and Cote
What the
d'Ivoire.
hell?
yeah, you got Egypt and Cote d'Ivoire. There's 2 points, and he guessed how many times each participated. So we got 2 more points.
So
Wow.
Egypt had a 4 and
Because they got
Senegal.
Yeah,
5. They
yeah,
got 5.
yeah, yeah.
They all
5.
got 5.
Egypt and Cote
Yeah,
d'Ivoire.
yeah. So we got 4 points. You got 4 points.
Marcel,
Jonathan got 4 points.
I got 2,
Jonathan
right?
got Jonathan got 6.5. Okay, show me your answer. Did you?
I'm
You
right
had,
here.
yeah, you had Cote d'Ivoire
Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire,
and Cote d'Ivoire.
Nigeria.
So you got 2 points. You got 2 points. You got two
Good.
points for yeah. You got 2 points. You got 4 points now.
Hmm.
And show me Marcel.
I said Egypt, Senegal, and Tunisia.
So you got Egypt, and then how many times each?
Egypt 4, Senegal 3.
So you got they're all five. All of them got five. So you got
Hmm.
2 points. You
Oh,
got 2 points.
Marcel,
Marcel got two points.
I'll give you a piece of advice. You should use a FIBA website. You know,
My job. He works for FIBA. He doesn't need to. Okay. Okay.
that was so mean.
Now, since okay. Question number 5. Which African country has the most women's World Cup participation? And second part, how many?
Women's World Cup.
Yeah. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2. Bam.
I'm not sure about that one.
Answers, please. Answers,
Me
please.
too, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I put Nigeria with 5.
I put Senegal, but I didn't put a proper number.
I think
And
it's Senegal.
the it's Senegal with 8. I keep telling you, and Senegal is the Angolan version, the female version of the. Yeah. You get the point. So, Deji got 1 point. Got 1 point. Deji got 1 point. So the okay, Deji got 1 point. So till now we got two more questions. And the leaderboard is Jonathan with 6.5, Deji with 5, Marcel with 2. So I think Marcel's eliminated. You can just people connection didn't work this time.
There's no bonus point today, yeah?
There's no point. No. There's two more questions. There's two more questions. Then you should know. You guys should know that. Number 6. Question number 6. Who is leading the BAL in scoring at the moment, and how many points per game?
This one I don't know. At this
Uh,
moment,
At this
at
moment,
this
yeah,
moment,
the lead.
in the
Yeah.
Sahara Conference or both conferences?
I mean, if you think about it, it's gonna be Sahara Conference.
Pedro, we don't do spelling, right?
No, no spelling, no spelling, no spelling. I'm not. My name's not Jonathan. My name's not Jonathan. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bam. Answers, please.
Patrick McLean.
Okay. And then what did you get, Marcel?
what was the question though? Because I mentioned Abu Gaku, the leading scorer.
Who's the leading scorer of the? Abu's not even Petro's leading scorer
The three leading scorers are all from Trio
from the
Star.
same team. Yeah,
Yeah, they're all from the same
yeah,
team. Yeah, and the first one is Patrick McLean, and then you have
yeah, yeah.
Ivan Almeida, and yeah, what's the
And
other
the
one?
other kid, yeah. So, okay. So, Deji got 1 point. Because listen, it was written today on the BAL thing. Remember, they
And
wrote
then he
today.
went DNP in the first three games, so it kind of makes sense that he
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
get because
yeah,
yesterday he scored 29 points.
yeah. He's got 2 games. He's got 47 in 2 games. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, uh, what did you put, Jonathan?
Gardner, Patrick Gardner.
Okay, it's catching up. So, it's gonna be a hell of a 6.56. So let's hey.
let's go.
Let's okay. So speaking of Creole stars, they are at the moment, okay, the leading scorer is Patrick McGlynn, whatever, but the soul of this team is Ivan Almain. So I will mention 5 countries. You know, so mention. Please tell me the one that he did not play in. Okay, I'll mention 5 countries, and the one that he did not play, you got to mention.
Ivan
What's
Number
that?
Davida.
one, yeah, okay,
Oh,
Italy, Spain, Estonia, France, and Poland. I repeat: Italy, Spain, Estonia, France, and Poland.
oh, shoot. Ah, Lord have mercy.
It's no trick question. There's one country that
Yeah,
he did not
I
play.
feel like you just have to know. You have to know this one, but I don't know this one.
5. Or you can guess if you're looking for, you know.
Today is not my day, so I don't care anymore. I just mentioned France, though.
5, 4, 3, 2, bam. Answers, please. Oh my God! No one got. No one got. They all lost. So
Even
he played
France.
in Italy. He recently played in Italy. You know, he played
Yeah.
for France before. The only country he did not play was Spain. Didn't play for Spanish team.
Oh, shoot. He played for Poland.
He played in. He was the MVP in Poland.
Doesn't make sense.
He was the MVP in Poland. He played in the Czech Republic. He played in Portugal.
Oh
He played in
God.
the States. Played
And
in
that's a win for Jonathan here.
Poland.
The Beard
The
zone.
win
Jonathan,
because you have a half bonus
point
point, like
five,
half
point
points,
five,
Uh,
point five.
a win
Listen,
is a
listen,
win.
listen.
like because you
Hey,
had a half point. You know,
I mean,
locked
a
in,
win
bro,
is a win.
locked in.
You take whatever,
point.
however it comes. You know, I'd like to fight. I'd like to fight May for believing in me. You
No,
know,
say Jonathan. Say I want to thank my fans. Thank my
yeah.
fans.
No, 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 no. I don't care about the fans. I want to fight May for
Whoa!
believing in me. You know, for never giving up.
He's back. He's back. He's back. Jonathan, thank you for the wonderful quiz. And then we not stopping. We're not stopping. We got one more thing, which is the local leagues, and then Jonathan's
Oh,
gonna keep talking. No, first we're
yeah.
gonna talk about the BAL, and then BAL, and then it's gonna. So please, especially the ones that they're in Senegal right now. They're in Dakar, so they should know. They should know the gossip. What's going on?
Who is gonna leave the floor? They, Djigo, you can just start. I don't mind.
Oh, you sure?
You almost
Yeah.
won, man. Come on, man. You almost won the quiz. Lucy,
If you're
highlight
second,
that, please.
if you're second, you know, uh, you're the first in the lineup.
Guys, no way, because you had a half point.
Yeah, a win is a win, man. A win is a win.
A win is a
Okay,
win.
okay. Let's just do a quick BL roundup. How you guys doing?
We good. We good. We good.
Pretty good, like usual. Right now, Senegal is the hottest basketball African country. With what's happening in the Sahara Conference is nuts. You have Creole Star, you have Petro de Luanda, you have Monastir, you have ASV de Dakar. All of them tied after four journey. We even thought about it. Especially no one. You have outstanding plays. Creole Star beats the home team twice in the same competition, like in the span of 4 days. What's going on with that coaching staff? And then you have Ville de Dakar beating US Monastir, and then you have Petro de Luanda and Monastir going off each other's. Bro, what's going on with this conference? Can you guys agree on something? The Sahara Conference is the most competitive conference in the BAL, and the best third place is gonna come out here.
Yeah.
Do we agree with that? So yeah, key marquee matchups to come are tomorrow. Maybe the episode gonna air on Monday after BL. So tomorrow we're recording on Friday. Tomorrow's game will be Ville de Dakar against Petro de Luanda, and then we play the last one against US Monastir. And now the champions are having trouble to find sustainable success after their first blowout win against Kyrgyzstan. Star. That help them right now be the first team in the standings right now because they beat Kyrgyzstan Star by 29 points. But do you think they can repeat that after Patrick McLean. I don't know whatever they can come. Do you think that that Pedro Del Valle can repeat that?
They
I'm not
didn't
that sure.
believe in Creole Star. God,
I'm not that sure. Yesterday, let me tell you what happened in the press conference. Yo, the game was so intense between Creole Star and Vido Dakar. It was an overtime game. Mactar Gay sent it to OT after a huge three. And then you have Ivan Dameda first tied it with that nastiest first toy. Oh my lord. Ivan Dalmeda, I'm sorry. I wasn't familiar with your game, bro. You're a legend right here.
Uh oh.
someone is frozen.
Uh oh. So there's like, listen, he was talking about that card. You got excited. Come on. The internet said nope.
But the thing that he mentioned is true because like I did attend that game. It was epic until the last minute, the last seconds. You have Gay being confident in the shots, hitting two threes to take the lead, and he erupts for more than 15 points, I think. But he was the maestro of the whole arena. Because of him, everyone was so more focused on that game. And everyone in Dakar Arena wanted Iceville de Dakar to win. Unfortunately, they came short. Like Almeida put put a dunk to send it to overtime. At the end, you have Parker. Oh, no, was it McLean with the bank shots and one
Oh
to
yeah, the
to
end
s-
one. Yeah, 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 yeah.
the end one to close it out. It was really really fun. It was magic. Like, and this is how and this is why we love basketball because of those seconds.
True.
How people are managing the pressure, the fans, the defense, the offense, the coaching staff, everyone. Everything was so good to watch, but unfortunately, the home team came up short. They couldn't beat Creole
Again.
Star again.
Again.
They couldn't beat they couldn't beat Creole Star, but all thanks to Patrick McLean, who was really really hot. Finished with 29 points. Like he did hit more than three, four, five threes. Like
Yeah, he was on.
he gave me episodes of Road to BL third place game against Urunani. That was
Oh.
yeah, yeah, and he was feeling he was so feeling it that he called himself in the game. I'm Stephen Curry. I'm Stephen Curry tonight. Like, and he
Nah,
didn't
but yeah, listen.
he didn't lie about it. First game against Petro, he was injured. He couldn't play.
Yeah,
And I said
yeah,
to one of my guys, like, if Patrick McGlynn was playing that game, everything could have been different. We couldn't see that margin. Maybe Petro could still win the game, but with not that amount of points margin.
yeah,
And
yeah.
now that he's back, everything is tied now, and everyone understands that this conference, the first two to go will be much more deserved. You have US Monastir who were able to figure things out with those players. They just came 3 days before the tournament. It was quite difficult, and
Yeah.
everything explains the loss of the first game against Ville de Dakar. But now I'm not quite sure Ville de Dakar um, will be able to beat them. But
True.
since we are going to see each other on Monday, definitely, if I'm not mistaken, let me predict this right. So US Monastir and Petro will finish in the top two. The
Oh,
third place
uh-oh.
game will be so dramatic because the remaining twos are going to depend on the results of this past weekend. So for me, I have Petro, I have US Monastir going straight to the playoff, and the third place game it will be definitely sorry guys, I need to cheer for one team, which is Creole Star. No offense to my Senegalese people, but Creole Star comes from so far. They came from the road to BL tournaments, and they stood they snatched that opportunity to get back into that competition. But we still need to wait, looking at the the plus minus, and what will happen in
The other
Kigali.
conference. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But that those still the 29 points is a little bit like I think if it wasn't for that, we could say because they're the underdogs. They gotta win two games in order to you know to make 4-2. They go if it's like oh yeah we have to go in the third place, then the minus the 30 point 29 point defeat against Petro is gonna come back to haunt them. Yeah.
Mhm.
Last week we were saying just that no team would go six
Six and
zero
zero.
and oh
Yeah.
6. Yeah, we were just
Everyone
saying that,
agreed
and
on that.
this is confirming
Now
this.
the
This is what we're
conference
saying.
is very, 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 very competitive. And
No one
it's not
expected
like
that
you
competition, that amount of
yeah,
competition.
yeah, because just think about it. After like four games, all teams are tied in terms of wins and losses.
True.
Bro, that is crazy. Nobody, I mean, I kind of thought like Petro de Luanda gonna come and dominate, but they're having trouble. And what do you think is that, Pedro, since you're watching the games?
I mean, it's. I think it's like the reason is they're not really tested in the Angolan league. They're not, and they added a few pieces that big body that a friend of mine called him Zion Williamson, the EJ that Nigerian kid.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He's a bully.
yeah. But with a soft touch, he has a soft touch. You know, I would say,
But I think he's sick, huh? He's sick.
was he sick?
Yeah, yeah. I saw him. He wasn't feeling good. Like
No.
good, good, good. He didn't play
Yeah,
against
better take.
last year.
Yeah, so but he better take his vitamins.
And then props to the coach because he did play my guy Castro Clausio.
Oh my goodness.
I was
Hey,
wondering, like, I was wondering why the coach didn't let him play. Because Babacar Sane is the only unstoppable guy in this conference. No one can stop him.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
true.
but he's athletic. Yeah, I think it's
No
like,
one.
and Monastir did really great to bring him back to kind of like, I mean, yeah, get into that their lack of athleticism in that forward position. So he'll always be the guy that's gonna be go up and down the court, go downhill the court. I mean,
Dunk,
pushing the
dunk
pace and
over the
whatever,
ball.
dunking on people, And then the thing is,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but he kind of developed a soft jumper. That was something that was really lacking in this game. Now he's a little bit poised and composed in his choice, and he have that jumper
Like Jay.
in the
Yeah, 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 yeah.
something
We
changed
need
because
to intro
I remember the Babacar Sane that played for Duke. I remember the Babacar Sane that played for Duke in 2021 season three, was it? Season two, three, something like that. And this year Babacar Sane, and
It's
they
not the
are
same
two
player.
completely different players. Not the same player.
but
Yeah.
this is
You got a more mature player and know how to like drive, go up and down the court, and then how to like slow down the pace a little bit and play team basketball.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what's your prediction? Because Marcel already said his.
The predictions about who's gonna qualify.
Yes, sir.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. Petro and Monastir gonna go 1 and 2, and then hopefully Ville Dakar going three. Bro, we the thing is, as Ville Dakar coaching staff get exposed. And then that W against Monastir was an outlier of the lack of shooting that AS Monastir had. They had a slow, they had a low percentage on the behind the arc, and Gilde Dakar only won by three.
True.
Think about it. And then you have the imports and production as you were waiting for. Just like the David Ake, he's averaging something like 4 or 6 points per game. You know what I'm saying? In 15 minutes, you have Aruna averaging something like 12 in
Yeah,
freaking bad efficiency.
yeah,
The
yeah.
bird, Maktar Gay, Maktar Gay, is the Maktar
There you
Gay.
go. And then the thing is, you have that local player, that local league player, GB Boy, that came into the game against who was it? The third game, played absolutely great. I mean, in the second half, he played all the second half. He scored 10 points. He was more he was even more productive than what his name than Aruna, let's say.
Bruno,
10 points with good efficiency. His name is GB Boy, and then the coach played him once and got him on DNP in the next 2 games. So it's just showing like the
Somebody is
coach. I
missing
mean,
something.
the Vilderdakar coach has not a reliable substitution pattern to go and win the games. The thing is, he's relying a lot into the imports, and then the imports right now only Majok and Will Perry are producing.
Majok's a monster, man. Majok
He's
is
a
a
monster down low. He's a
yeah,
monster down low. I feel like if he played in the last minute against Creole Star,
yeah,
Ivan Almeida wouldn't have that drive to the rim and then go to.
yeah.
So yeah, the coaching staff get exposed. They are lacking of composure when they go in the fourth quarter. When the game is close, they don't know what they do. So first thing first, what you're gonna see, it's a lot of high so ball, a lot of one-on-one game in between Aruna or Will Perry trying to create something for the teammate or for himself. So you don't have a proper offensive scheme to counter them. So whenever it is a close game, you have slow chance of going out. I mean, still they have like great and experienced player, but sometimes it go on from one blink of an eye to lose a game, and then you need focus and concentration. Just look at the game that Creole Star won, Patrick McLean on that game winner.
Yeah.
You getting fried by a guy with one leg. Come on now. You can make this up. You can make this up. He had one good ankle and one good hand, and you're getting fried by him. He
Yeah.
he scored 29 points, and before that, he was like he scored 25 before the OT. At some point in time, you as a coaching staff, wouldn't it make sense for you to like blitz him on all pick and rolls?
Yeah.
Because everything that we was doing, like with Curiosa was doing, like is to get the big man on the switch
Yeah.
and then let him cook. So at that time, wouldn't it make more sense to blitz on the high screen, like to kind of like a double team, and then to get any other people rotate because he was the one that really killing them. So you would rather like get the ball off of his hands. But just like I was saying, the Dakar coaching staff get exposed. That was my thing. Like before the competition start, I was thinking like maybe the team is good. You have also on some named player, you have a very experienced players, but there is no proper offensive scheme behind that. They are not really well coached, and the coach like and even if you see him watching conference in press conference, he's kind of like really above all the other coaching job that we're doing because you see that all the other teams having doing like great film sessions,
Oh,
let's say, to scout the people, to scout the player, and then to have a proper game plan. But I feel like the Vilda Dakar coach is going for the flow of the game, and sometimes even forget to do subs, and then not, and then another key step is like every time that the bench enter the game, Vilda Dakar is outscoring the opponent bench, but he's not using it well.
oh,
Let's say the local players are not scrub. You see Papfal, you see GB Boy, you see Martargay. They all come off the bench and give you
And
high quality minutes. And Saku
Saku.
on that board. But look at yesterday, he played only 6 minutes. 6 minutes, he had like 5.3 rebound, and then you didn't come let him come back in the game. So yeah, it's just like he got exposed. So my thing is, you have Pedro and US Monastir going 1 and 2, and then probably Villa Dakar going third. And we're all going to see that tomorrow. If they lose
Jonathan.
against Petro, Nah, they're gonna get they're against the wall.
Jonathan, what do you say? What do you say, brother?
Uh, yeah, from what we've seen, uh, you can't erase US Monastir and Petro Rwanda.
Yeah.
You can't take them out of the race now. And as from now on, it's a game of bets and who takes the better chances. It goes to the one who wants it most now. 1-2, Monastir, Petro Rwanda, uh, with one speck of luck. You can have Ville de Dakar coming in, but I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
From what's been seen, what we've seen so far,
Mm,
Uh,
mm,
but the surprise, the one no one expected here was definitely Creole Star because hey, they come Island boys, Island boys like me, I gotta
mm.
give them some strength.
Island boys going to
And
be
then
island kings. Like
No,
and then the thing is with Creole is like they did not even they put like the imports in the last minute of the BL before the BL start.
but let me tell
So
you, let
they didn't have a proper training camp
let me
together. Yes.
let me tell you this one, and this is a formula that will always work. The teams coming from the road to BAL are
Mm,
are going to be one of the most experienced because they went into a tournament studying
mm,
their opponents, finding the
mm,
best way to win, even though they couldn't get to play against the defending champs or um, markets that are taken by the NBA. Still is
mm,
Africa, and everyone knows how we compete against Africans.
mm,
Remember what happened last year? Al Ahly Tripoli, Al Ahly Benghazi. They went from
mm.
the road to BAL to be the vice champs.
Yeah.
Stade Malien.
Yeah.
They went
True.
to road to BAL
They
to
went
finish on the
third.
podium.
Mm-hmm. True.
See? And this year we
True.
didn't even see Al Ahly Tripoli.
Mm-hmm. They're coming.
They're coming.
Mm. This will be fun. But yeah, I think I feel like you're right on that one. They had competition before getting into the actual BL. So they have reps together
Yeah.
to learn.
And for me, Creole has nothing to lose. First ever BAL
Yeah,
participation. At
Yeah,
least
rookies.
at least
yeah, you go for it.
people are knowing now that there's basketball in Cape Verde and they need to pay attention.
Mm-hmm. True, true.
I mean,
For people,
these kids they play together. They play together on a national team, right? And then they added a
yes,
few
Yeah,
pieces. They
yes.
added a few
they
pieces.
they're
Imagine.
even brothers. Come on now.
Listen, I got one little thing. Petro number one, Monastir number two, Creole number three. Sorry, I
Ooh,
speak like I. Sorry, my joke. So, sorry, Will Perry. Sorry, Aruna, but hey, it is what it is. Okay,
the
so
mic drop.
The mic
yeah, no,
drop.
I mean it's my prediction. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, we'll talk about it on. We'll find
You'll
out
be
on.
probably wrong because tomorrow's game, Petro gonna get exposed, and then what
You
will
know,
be funny?
wait,
Ha!
you guys remember
Lucy,
when Petro
Lucy,
lost? When
please
Petro lost,
hold
don't
on.
delete
Lucy,
that.
please
Don't de-
just drop the result of this game. Petro against ASV de Dakar right after the comment of Deji. Now, like now.
Nah, I'll
do
be
you
scratching
remember?
if Petro wins against me, bro. I
Listen,
got home court.
you had home court against Creole also, right? Twice.
Ooh,
They didn't play. They didn't play in Praia. They didn't play in Praia. They played in Dakar, right? So
shots
nah,
were
man, don't
fired,
come with
please.
that.
Shots were fired.
I
Shots
hope
were
tomorrow you're gonna laugh like you're laughing right now. It
You
would be
guys,
so funny if Petro de Luanda go fourth.
Ooh,
not gonna happen. We've been
Not
listen.
gonna happen with
We've
the
been to
plus
the
minus
playoffs
that
so
they
many
have.
times. No, not gonna
With the plus
happen.
minus that they have.
Nah, I said it.
Ah, yeah, no,
Nah, I
for
said that
sure.
it would be funny.
I
And the
I
mean,
said
most
that it would be
difficult
funny.
happened.
if we're
The,
like
mo-
two
the
and
most
four, if
difficult
we're two and
happened.
four, yeah. Yeah, if we're 2 and 4, yeah, maybe we won't be third place, best third place. But if we like, if right now we can be 3-3.
Yo, all the teams
Still
are
qualify.
tied.
Yeah, if we're three
Yeah.
and three, we're still gonna finish either second. Yeah, if we're 3-3, right? We
Mm.
okay. There's 4 more games, right? 4 more games
Two,
altogether.
two more games.
No,
For
4 more games
for each,
altogether.
yeah, altogether.
Two for
Oh
But
each.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
two
yeah,
for
yeah,
each.
yeah.
We win
Mm.
one, we lose one. Meaning other two, the two that we played against also win one and lose one.
Uh,
yeah,
oh yeah, 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 yeah.
so it will be
Fair
it,
enough,
it
fair
will be
enough.
3-3.
There you
Let's
go.
wait after tomorrow's game, bro. I will FaceTime you, bro.
No, he was a
Lucy, the result. Put the
please
result
FaceTime
and
me,
the
bro.
emojis, the crying
And then
emojis.
and then and then I want to see that I'm coming home. I'm coming home.
Coming.
It's not gonna be like this. It's gonna be I'm staying home. I'm staying home.
Oh my god.
we're gonna come back to Luanda.
Anyways, listen, fellas. It was as much as I love talking to you guys and talking about African basketball. We gotta wrap this up. As we've been an hour and 30 minutes talking about the sport that we love.
Mm.
Please, thank you for tuning in. This podcast is made from us to you guys. Like, if you like, please like, subscribe, comment, share. Follow us in all our socials. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X. I'm sorry, TikTok. We listen to us on Spotify, or watch the podcast, the entitled podcast, on YouTube. And then I will l- pass it to Marcel. Final thought. Don't forget, it's going to be episode 20 that we're going to discuss all this what happened today. We're going to talk about who made it from out of the Sahara Conference. My picks, we all got all of listen, all of us, like, we said our picks, we said it out loud. Lucy, please put the order, okay? Okay. Anyways, Marcel, the floor is yours for the final thought, brother.
Yeah, thanks for everyone for following today's episode. I don't even know, like, to be honest, about something specific that we can discuss about, because we went through AfroBasket. But one one of my concern is this, regarding the national teams, both men and women. What should everyone, national federation, states, fans, I mean everyone, the basketball community, but specifically the national federation, what do they need to do in order to make themselves heard internationally? When I say so, I'm saying participate in FIBA World Cup more often, as well as the Olympics, and increasing their brands to have much more African players well known, not only in Africa, not only the BAL, but elsewhere. Because for sure we do have few people, few athletes playing in the WNBA, NBA, Euro League. But what the national federations, as the first actor, need to do in order to increase that brand, that basketball, that African or that nation basketball on their end. That's my take, and see you next week. Hopefully with Djigo for crying out loud.
Staying home.
Yo, y'all be rooting against me like always, bro. Come on, man.
So listen,
No,
It's
thank you
always
everyone.
like that, bro.
Ville de
Episode
Dakar, Ville de Dakar will stand tall. I believe so.
Ville de Dakar in
Nah,
5.
Villa Dakar in five.
In
I
fact,
called it. I called it.
no, like
I
they
called
two
it.
and
I
two
don't care
now.
about
They
Petro de Luanda, Yannick Moreira. I don't know Angola. I don't care where you're coming from, bro. It's gonna be Villa Dakar in five, though. You get this on camera. That's my disclaimer. I'm gonna win tomorrow. You're gonna have a 30-point game from Aruna, bro. I'm calling it.
Okay, hey, listen, it's all good. Listen, episode 19 is a wrap. next episode we're gonna talk about all this, and then we'll see if he's gonna be able to back it up, or if he's gonna oh no, I have internet problems, I can't come. We'll see. My dog ate my router.
That was a headshot. That was a headshot. Headshot. That
Nah, bye, bye everyone, bye everyone. Come on,
Bye,
come on.
everyone.